Good morning, tribe, and welcome to the Donut Shop at the beginning of the world. I am your host, Dr. Mark Merriweather Vorderbruggen, broadcasting to you live from my backyard, Ravenscar. Hey, good morning, Charles. How are you today? Happy Monday. It's Monday, right? I think it's Monday. I hope you can hear me. My voice is kind of graggly. Hey, Jennifer. Good morning. Chris, Surinder, welcome. In my mind, I hear the little bell ring by the door at the donut shop every time a new person shows up. Hey, Kathleen. Hey, Cleo. Good morning. Good morning. Nice morning. Not as chilly as it was the last few. It looks like the heat is coming back. Later this week in Houston, it'll be up in the 90s again. Hey, good morning, Bernice. Good morning, Donna. Hey, Dion. Good to see ya. Hey, Kimberlyn. Wow. Okay. We got a lot of people here. Cool. All right. So, hey, Michelle. A few more. Cool. Updates. So, give me a second. So it turned out on Saturday, Mom had 2 strokes, one on each side of the brain. Luckily, they were relatively small ones, and they were caught, not quite within the golden window, but they think that she will eventually recover if her heart is in there and willing to put into it. So right now she's comfortable relatively. I mean, she's in the hospital. She's only allowed 1 visitor a day because of the whole COVID thing. So my younger brother who lives there and my dad are alternating days. Today, my younger brother Paul will be there just because to talk to the doctors and get the latest information and stuff like that. So she's better. She can talk again, so that's a good sign. So we holding pattern. I mean, that's pretty much all I really got. I know they have run some blood thinners. There isn't any big clot causing problems. It looks most likely it was. I'm guessing this is a swag here. Scientific wild ass guess that during her she was having some really bad dry heaves, and that might have done something. Hey, good morning, Hayden. Good morning, Tina. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Bonnie. Good morning, Cynthia. Ooh, Chris, 2 jalapeno kolaches and a bear claws, please. That sounds good. Whew. So yeah, we're waiting to see. Dad, someone asked about Dad. Okay, yeah. So here's what 60 plus years of marriage means. So, Dad took Mom to the hospital on Saturday. They got in, did tests and so forth, and then they said, Sunday morning we're still going to be running tests, and so, and she wasn't allowed visitors or anything like that. So Dad said, well, time to go duck hunting. And so Dad spent Sunday morning at the prayer of the big swampy boat and duck hunting with one of his grandsons. So he was, he's a practical man. He understands there's things he can do, things he can't do. And if you can't do one thing, let's go do another. And in this case, the other thing was go duck hunting. Apparently he got some ducks, so it was like a really good duck hunting day. Hey, good morning, Laura. Yeah, so it's one of those things where, it's not as bad as it could have been, but there's another long road, and I know Mom is tired. Between the cancer and the chemotherapy, and I only mentioned it a little yesterday or last week, but her older sister passed away, and also sister-in-law, her brother's wife, passed away last week, and so it's just been a lot for her. Hey, good morning, C. Oh, Wimberley Market Days was packed. That's good. That's good to hear. People are starting just to do things. Hey, Tina Cobb. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, so some cancers and some cancer treatments are known to throw clots. My mom began having clots and eventually strokes became an issue. I hope that your mom improves. Thank you. So we're just, one day at a time, doing what we can. Hopefully today my younger brother is going to talk to the doctor and either then have the doctor call me or pass on some stuff that honestly I want to try with Mom. Some skull cap and some stuff like that. There's some really, really, really good scientific research you know what? I don't have the right camera on. Oh well. Some really good scientific research showing that skull cap is very neuroprotective in the case of like brain trauma and concussions and strokes and things like that. So I need the doctor's permission for her to be taking stuff in addition to whatever they're putting her on and so forth. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll have some feedback on that today. Hey, Carmen. Hey, Charles. Hey, Brita. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you would know, wouldn't you? So Lars says some blood thinners due to a possibility of clots with his chemo treatments. Yeah, I wonder if in retrospect from different things like this, if maybe it would have been good to have Mom on blood thinners beforehand. I didn't even think that way. This morning, I woke up around 5 and I was going through a cookbook from 1907, looking at different cream soup recipes for a project I'm working on. And so I did find it was awesome. Like I said, this cookbook is from 1907, and they actually had a cream of sorrel recipe in it. It used curly dock rather than wood sorrel, but I want to give it a shot. Mike, that's a good question. It's good to see you, Saturday. It was good and thank you for the lightning arresters. I don't want to burn the house down. Meeting BJ too. He's an awesome dude. Frequent flyer program. You know what? No, I don't. Thank you. But please come again. Thank you. Please come again. Oh, cool. So the little Sunday school group were the only ones in the petroleum museum. So it was so fun to learn about fracking. Yep. Cool stuff. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Keeping the Phil family in the prayers. Really, I think my younger brother Paul, a lot of this is falling on him because he still lives right there right by Mom and Dad. So the older brother is in Alaska. I'm here in Texas, and Paul stayed there in Minnesota. So and 5 miles from my folks' place. So a lot of this is on him. So Pray for him too, please. He would appreciate it. Coffee. I don't have nutmeg in my coffee, but I do have the Mark's Battle Mage tea that Ricardo Shilly created for me, with the adaptogens and so forth, and the mood lifters. Then Chirpy is here. There are times where it's good just to sit and listen to Chirpy. I think you can agree over the time here. Chirpy has proven to be a fairly wise bird. That whole bird brain thing, Chirpy is wise. So, but yeah. But yeah, out at Cato Mounds, great class there. Kind of a different sort of thing with the whole masks and social distancing and so forth. There are still spots open this coming Saturday and Sunday out in Austin. So jump over to the Foraging Texas website. The Saturday classes are 4-hour, kind of intense excursions. And then the Sunday ones are 2 hours walking around with a beer in your hand sort of thing. So we'll go there. Hey, good morning, Amy. Oh, wow. Cleo, this sounds cool. So I have a 1938 copy of the Settlement Cookbook with a recipe for beer soup. Beer soup. Okay, you need to send me pictures of that because I'm really curious about beer soup. I have some ideas of like how to make a beer and mushroom soup. Maybe could be interesting. We'll see. Oh, cool. Bonnie, the zombie pack is supposed to arrive today. Please let me know how it arrives. Make sure it's packaged right. We are still fighting with Amazon. So we've sent in complaints. There's been 6 broken bottles so far that we know of because Amazon did not package this stuff properly. The issue then is for Amazon, they said they're not actually going to do anything until there's at least 3 of one particular product, and then they will only package that one particular product better. So we need more broken bottles to get Amazon to do anything about it, which is really annoying. And my phone just dinged, and it sounded like my brother's. Oh, nope, it's not. Okay. All right. Ooh, anything a forage and expecting mother should avoid? Off the top of my head, I can't remember. One of the things in the Foraging Texas website, if there is a danger of that sort, it is noted with the plants. But I mean, for the most part, not really. The only thing off the top of my head are ponderosa pine needles. And even that, there's still a lot of debate on whether it's an issue or not. Can you hear the birds? They're loud. Jacqueline, yeah, so Vista Brewing. Jacqueline is asking, Sunday beer in hand foraging? Where? Vista Brewing in Driftwood, Texas, which is just a little to the southwest of Austin. It's kind of between San Marcos and Austin. Usually I go out 10 and then up through San Marcos, through Wimberley, to Vista Brewing. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a really neat place. It's a destination brewery. I've been, working with them for like 3 years now. Okay, Cynthia, is there a building at Cato Mounds? Currently, there is one of those prefab buildings, when you're trying to get somewhere fast and suddenly there are 2 tractor trailers, each with half a house on it in front of you, blocking your path. That's what they have right now. They got grant money to start rebuilding the museum and all that, and it will probably start taking place in first quarter next year. But right now, their museum and their reference library and their gift shop and all that is just like a prefab building. So, but it's nice. One of the nice things, so those of you who don't know, a little over a year ago, about a year and a half ago now, the Cato Mounds Historic Site out by Alto, Texas, the museum there, their building there, had a direct hit by a tornado and destroyed it, destroyed the museum, destroyed the grounds, destroyed a number of the exhibits. One person was killed. A number of people were really horribly injured. One of the issues was it was the Cato Nation Celebration Day. So all the Cato elders and a bunch of the Cato children and craftsmen and craftswomen and so forth were there when the tornado hit, like all the really important people of the tribe and, all the, well, really just about the whole tribe. And so the tornado came through and destroyed everything. On the plus side, the artifacts in the museum were all recreations, not true. They were the different Cato craftsmen, craftswomen had, recreated, the pots and the basketry and the bow and arrows and the arrowheads and all that. So they weren't, ancestral relics, but they were still made by the Cato just recently. But all that pretty much got destroyed. So they've been slowly rebuilding. The grounds themselves are still there, and just a nice place to go, spend an afternoon. But yeah, it was very different. It was my first time there since the tornado, and just the number of trees, it completely changed the landscape. They used to be surrounded by thick woods, and now pretty much anything over about 15 feet tall was gone. So it was very freaky. Hey, good morning, Melanie. Oh, all right. Hey, Molly. Howdy. Coffee to go. Whoosh. Yeah, Kimberly, Alto by Rusk, Palestine. Yeah, so up there on the kind of the northeasty area. About almost exactly 2 hours northeast of Houston. Oh, man, Cleo. So, yeah, a number of the local tribe, the Alabama Coushatta, were there, too. I believe it. Yeah, there was like 80 cars were flipped over, some school buses. Part of the problem, so there were a bunch of trees down over the roads, so emergency services couldn't get to them for 3 hours. They had to clear a path for a person, emergency services, to get there to prep a helicopter landing site. And they had, I don't remember how many different helicopter life flights they had come in, but it was a bunch. It was like 3 to 7 different helicopter life flights coming in. Oh, is Dad here? Are you here, Dad? Hey, good morning, Bridget. Oh. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Oops, I see a call for help. My Turkscap are saying they aren't happy. A lot are turning yellow. It's in morning sun, shade the rest of the day. I'm giving it plenty of water by my calculation. Do they turn in the fall? So yes, Turkscap do lose their leaves in the fall. And with this cold front that we've had, how am I doing? Yeah, we're right on the edge of when they may start doing that. How did they look during the heat of the summer and so forth? Were there days when they were just kind of wilty and droopy? Because that might have caused some shock that indicated that they weren't getting enough water during the heat part of the summer. And now the signs of that are finally showing up. But yeah, in the fall, they lose their leaves. They just turn to sticks during the winter. So, that might be it. If you want, go ahead and send me some pictures, but they're probably okay. This winter, if you have like grass clippings or mulch of some sort, put those, not a thick layer, but like a 2-inch layer of mulch around the bases. Not wood chips, but like grass clippings, leaf litter, that sort of thing. All right. Hey, good morning, Kiri. Okay, Micah, is there anywhere to backpack in Texas where you can have a fire? I believe Sam Houston allows it, but backpacking, unfortunately, backpacking seems to be limited due to hunting season. So right now, with the hunting season in Sam Houston, people are only allowed to camp at the hunters' camps. If you're hiking, you can hike during the day, but you can't like go off into the bush and sleep at night. I'm trying to think where else might have. Because the Davy Crockett, they have the hunting up there too. The usually during hunting season, I go down to the Big Thicket, like the Big Thicket, the Turkey Trail. It's 20 some miles. No, it's longer than that. Yeah, it's around 20 miles. So it's good for an overnight. And you can go off trail. I don't know what their rules on campfires are though, because it's a nature preserve, which is different than a national forest or a national park. Yeah, it's tricky. I would start there. I would start contacting the Big Thicket. I don't remember now if it's Big Thicket National Preserve or which, but call them. But like I said, they there are areas where they allow hunting, but there are also areas where they don't. And so the Turkey Trail is usually the one I take during the hunting season. But I don't build fires. I just have the little camp stove. I don't know if they allow campfires or not. Yeah, Bernice, is wood chip mulch okay for other plants? Yeah, it's good for other plants. It's just in the case of Turk's cap. It's not exactly a natural mulch for Turk's cap. Turk's cap usually in the wild will have more of a leaf litter sort of mulch around that, and so I'm just going with that. That's what it evolved to have, a leaf litter mulch. So let's go with that. Oh, here's one for you, Micah. Check out Somerville Trails at Nails Creek. Also, look up the trail between the lakes. The trail between the lakes, and it's another long trail that actually connects two different parks. So check that one out. Okay, Jacqueline, good. And Jacqueline is saying she lives down there by the Big Thicket. Yes, we have campfire as long as there's no burn ban at Big Thicket. So, okay, cool. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, you just have to be, and that's the same in the Sam Houston. They want you like 150 feet off the trail or a certain distance. So, people are on the trail. They're, don't have to go marching past you doing whatever. Okay. Oh, hey, Dad. Good morning. How are you? Did you get any ducks on Sunday yesterday? No, lots of people are praying for Mom, Dad. So Paul and I talked last night, Dad, and he said he was going to go in today and talk to the doctors and find out, the latest and everything, and treatments and so forth. So I don't know, but lots of people are praying for the whole family. So thank you, tribe, for that. Are you going to your donut shop this morning, Dad? It's open now, isn't it? Say hi to Mrs. Robeck for me, if you see her. All right. Oh, and just again, an update on Mom. I see some of you are showing up late and we're asking about her. So, yes, she had 2 small strokes, one on either side of the brain. They're just, moving forward. They got her on some blood thinners and some stuff like that. She's in the hospital. She'll be there for a few days at least. And then from there, we'll figure out what the next step is. But apparently she's regaining the ability to talk and is getting some strength back. So, I mean, that part is good at least. Oh, man, Deanna. All right, lost my keys. My 12-year-old tried to help, stuck her safe key in my ignition. It got stuck, started calling neighbors to help, then suddenly was able to get the key out and found my truck keys. What a morning. I can imagine the sort of effect that goes on in a case like that. So, yep. I'm glad you're here, Dad. I'm glad you're here. It makes me feel good, Dad, when you show up. One of these days we need to do the video conference and, while we're doing the show, and then you can talk to people too. Hey, Katie. Good morning. Yep. Prayers, positive energies, good vibrations, all that happily accepted. So, yeah, like I said, it's a lot of this is going to depend on Mom and just what she, how much fight she has in her yet. So we'll see. Whew. I got to keep an eye on the battery on my notebook since I've been starting earlier. I've been whipping through the battery. It's like I said, it's an old computer. The little note here is 2013. I might have to get a new battery for it soon. I like the sound of birds. What else do we got going on, Tribe? What else with the Monday morning here, moving forward? Oof. Tired. I got my coffee. It's enjoying the nice, non-humid, sweaty weather. It's nice. The clouds are moving. The clouds are moving from the north to the south. So I would hope that would mean there's some more cool weather coming. What's it up there up in Minnesota, Dad? Oh, hey, Nicole. Thank you. Yeah. Saddened by the news of your mother, but I'm happy to hear that she's already made some progress. She's a tough bird. Oof. Let me get more here. Oh, hey, Melanie. Okay, the DOT physical. So getting closer to the whole truck driving thing. Hail to the truck driver, truck driver, truck driver. Hail to the truck driver, truck driving lady. It's going to be an interesting adventure. Okay, long story, but I accidentally took my chicken to work one time. Okay. Wolf. So today is more tile and some framing. Working. Cool. Oh man, Kimberly, I saw there was some or 2 more tropical storms in the Gulf, and frankly, they are so low on my personal radar as to, look at the pretty squiggly lines, whatever. So I don't know. Hey, good morning, Kelsey. Oh man, Wolf, hitting the mid-30s this morning. No, thank you. No, thank you. Hey, Kara. Oh, glad you enjoyed it. Your class on Saturday was amazing. You had so much energy, and I learned a lot. Were you in the morning or the afternoon? But I had energy for both, so cool. There's so much people have well, not everyone has forgotten, obviously, but yeah, there's so much, so many good plants out there. Oh, this sounds nice. Nicole, I'm making some end of the season sunflower soap. It's naturally yellow from the sunflower petals. Good pick me up for the middle of the winter. That sounds really nice. You got to post some pictures of that. I would like to see that. I could imagine if you can do. So I too still have some sunflowers growing, and they are a beautiful yellow color. Whoop whoop whoop! That's the alarm. Okay, cool. All right, it is time for the group take. Yeah. Whoop. Ooh, I'm almost out of liver pills. So the liver pill. Oh, da-da. Cleanse, support, detoxify, protect. If it's good enough for the medicine, then it's good enough for you. The immune pill. Support, maintain, prepare, fight. Still a necessary thing nowadays. Back in there. And the brain pill. Memory, focus, mental clarity, attention. Do-do-do. I always feel like Popeye after taking those things. In case you didn't recognize, that was a feeble attempt to whistle the Popeye, like I just ate my spinach music. Okay. Oh, there's some cool things here. So, oops. Okay, let me answer Monica first. Okay, good morning, Monica. I noticed a lot of people are foraging mesquite to make flour. What is the flour like, and what can it be used for? Okay, so the mesquite flour is made from both the pods and the hard seeds themselves, all ground up together, and use it like any gluten-free flour. So, since it does not have gluten, it can't make the raised breads, but it can make the flatbeds. Where it's really good is as a gravy, because it has a wonderful nutty, mesquite sort of flavor to it. So it's really good there. If you make fried foods and have a problem with the breading coming off, like you're making fried fish or fried chicken or fried okra, and the breading keeps coming off the food, it's because the flour you are using has too much gluten in it. Remember, gluten is like sheets of rubber. So when the water in the food converts to steam from the heat, it inflates that breading off the food, and then it just comes off. If you mix 2 parts regular gluten flour and 1 part some gluten-free flour, like mesquite, and use that as a breading, now instead of big sheets of gluten, you'll have thin strands, and so the steam can get out without inflating and pushing the breading off. So, gluten-free flour is excellent if you're making fried foods and have a problem with the breading coming off. Oh, man, Kelsey, still trying to get over my asthma issues. Waking up gasping the last 4 days. Yeah, we are entering the ragweed season, so that's going to be bad. Ugh. Look into some stinging nettle tea. All right, Michelle, I'm out spraying mountain lion pee around my property perimeter, listening to a chorus of coyote songs, trying to stop their snacking on my hens. Yeah, I would think a mountain lion would scare a coyote. But remember, coyotes are smart, and eventually they're going to figure out that's not a mountain lion, that's just a person with a garden sprayer. But hopefully it will help for a little while. Okay, Dad, it was 23 at the lake, hunting lake yesterday. We got 3 ducks, cloudy and windy here. Well, keep the cold weather up by you. Quarantine update. I haven't bought toilet paper since March. I still have 5 rolls left, and I didn't hoard any more than I normally have on hand, which tells us you got a lot of toilet paper on hand to begin with, which is a good thing. Hey, Roxana. Thank you for the healing energy. Send positive energy and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I asked my brother Paul if he thought Mom would like get well cards and stuff from strangers, and he said, hell no. She probably would be really upset that I'm telling you all this to begin with, but so be it. I believe in the power of prayer. Let's see. Ooh, Jennifer, cool. Well, not cool. You're out of the brain pill. Shared with a friend. Can't wait to get her feedback. Definitely want to hear. Time to order it. They said very soon we will have the subscribe and save set up. Oh, this is a good thing. Michelle, just reminding people the mesquite flour, it sucks up moisture. So use more liquid to get the sort of creaminess you're looking for. Denver, here, hanging coyote carcasses help keep the others away. Is that effective? I know a number of farmers and ranchers that have used that technique. And like anything, I think it it helps for a while, but the coyotes are really smart, really, really smart. They're up there with pigs in intelligence. So I think it'll work for a while, but it won't work forever. Exactly, Melanie. The real preppers keep stuff on hand before there's a need for it. This is true. Whew. Coffee. Okay, what else do we got going on? Yeah, buzzards. As I know, dead crows are good at keeping other live crows away. Hey, Surrender. All right, have a good day. Probably already gone already. Yeah, I guess that'll keep more neighbors, door-to-door salesmen away too. If you got dead coyotes on spikes leading up to your front door. Oh man, Michelle, 7 hens over the last couple of weeks, raccoons and foxes. I have no advice for that. That doesn't involve night vision scopes and hanging out. I'm tired. All right. What else we got, Jai? We got a few more minutes here. Anyone else need any positive energy? I haven't seen Yvonne. Is Yvonne here this morning? Whenever I don't see a regular, I'm like a mom. I always worry a little. Like, ooh, where is she or where is he? Oh, well. Okay, so like I said, check out if you're in the Austin area or willing to drive up to the Austin area. We got the big foraging class, the 4-hour foraging class on Saturday at Spoke Hollow near Wimberley, and then multiple 2-hour foraging classes, but they're going to be pretty much the same plants on Sunday. So, along that. So there will not be a Merriweather's World this Thursday or this week at all. I'm actually going to be on the road Thursday night, so I will not be available. Hopefully next week we'll bring it back. I think next week is when I'm having tribe member herbalist Ricardo Shilly Shally on to talk about his career and his very strange and wonderful path that led him to where he is. One of the things with Merriweather's World is I know a lot of really interesting people that I think you all would like to meet. And so I'm going to be bringing some of them more those on too. So, oh man, possums, live traps, high security chicken coops. Man, I want chickens. But all right, well, it's 8:00. Ooh, thank you, Kelsey. All right, tribe, hang in there. Have a good Monday. Do what you have to do. Rest when you can. If you get absolute power, be careful of that, because what they say, absolute power corrupts absolutely, whereas toast with butter and jam is just happiness. Just happiness. I want to have some more. I'm going to get fat. All right, everyone. Have a great day. All right. And again, thank you very much for your love and your prayers for Mom. I know I've been asking a lot of you for that through the summer and all this. And so just thank you. It really does mean a lot. All right. Have a great day.